place to start. I'm gonna talk a little bit about what they are, what makes a strong vision statement, and then I'm gonna give some examples, and then it's open up to you.
All right.
I'm really glad you tuned in. So a vision statement, it's really a way that we can point to the future going forward and imagine the world as a community league that we want to create. Then we can use that statement to inspire others to work with us and get to that future that we want to create. So at its most basic, really, it's a description of the community or how your community would be different when you're successful in your work or because of the work that you do. It's meant to be a statement that will inspire you and others to reach forward or make a stretch to make change. So it's an aspirational statement. It should be memorable. There's a couple of ways we achieve a memorable statement. One is usually trying to keep it a short statement or as short as you can. And the other is using really compelling language or strong words that you start to associate with your league every time you talk about it. Okay. And then it should be future focused. So you want to focus on the change that you want to make in the world through your organization. So that's sort of how you would say it for any community group. But for a community league, it's the change you want to make in your neighborhood. So I came up with a couple examples. The first one here is from Oxfam. So they want a just world without poverty. So I've started at the biggest end, international, and then I'm going to narrow it down to an example from another community league, actually. So they've kept it really short, 5 words long. From those 5 words, you get a general idea of what they want to do. So from seeing a just world without poverty, Oxfam is about eliminating poverty, and they're about justice in some fashion. You don't have to tell a group everything about you based on the statement that you put out there, but you want it to be pretty clear. Next one, I wanted to go a little more local, so I looked at Volunteer Alberta. Theirs is a strong, engaged, and connected society serving the common good in Alberta. So this one's a little longer. I would try to make it shorter if I were writing their vision statement, but they've picked some really key words in there. So they are talking about a change to society. So they've said that in their words. They work in Alberta, so they put Alberta in their language. What they want to do is enhance the common good through volunteerism, and they want people to be strong, engaged, and connected. So if I were working with them, say, to focus on one half of that more than the other, if they wanted to make it more memorable, just because it's a lot for people to remember. And then the third example I have here is from Downtown Edmonton Community League. So they stated their vision as a vibrant downtown community. So in 4 words, they've said what their goal is. So their goal is vibrancy. So that's language they'd want to repeat all the time when they were talking. They've said where they are. They say downtown, and they talk about the community feel. So they have a little bit of an advantage with the descriptor they can use. So they say a downtown community. It might be a little more difficult for your community in Riverdale, just because you couldn't say vibrant Riverdale community, probably, but you could say Riverdale is a vibrant community, or Riverdale is an engaged community, or whatever sort of action word or state you want to create.